We're going to be detailing up the river right now on Reed's Train Stuff. Hello and welcome to Reed's Train Stuff, model train and how-to videos. So if you're building a model railroad and want some tips and ideas, or you just like watching trains run around, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you're notified of my upcoming videos. Well, welcome back, or hello if it's your first time here. Today we're continuing on with my diorama build, part 13, where we're actually going to start detailing the river, putting in the rocks, reeds, painting it, so to make it look like it's like a river, proper natural thing. So, and of course, if you haven't caught up with the other parts of my diorama build, I'll put a link to it up here somewhere. So anyway, enough of me going on, let's get into it, eh? Alright, I'll first show you with this river. What I'm going to actually do is on this sort of side near the under the bridge, I'm going to make that more of a shallower, more of a creek sort of about it. And somewhere around here, I'm going to make it so in this section it goes into a deeper sort of creek. So be using like the darker greens here with some lighter greens to blend it into towards the side. Then we'll have some rocks that's fallen down here, and like on the shallow part we'll have some little rocks and stuff on the side, a few rapids. That'll probably be more of a browny colour, maybe with a bit of green, and then have this blend somewhere around here and then blend it all together. So I'm not 100% sure I'll do that, so we'll find out when I do it. So alright, let's get into it, eh? Okay, so we're going to start painting the base of the river. The colours I'm using, I'm just use a dark green. I'm actually using Tamiya paint because I couldn't get any of the stuff, the cheaper stuff. This stuff's not expensive anyway. So what I'm just using is a deep green and a flat green, which is a bit lighter, so get a bit of contrast. So using the darker green, just start spreading it sort of up the middle, fairly close to the bank. As I said, I'm just experimenting with these colours, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. Exciting watching people paint, isn't it? I'm just going to run it fairly close to the bank there. Try to get it so there's you can't see any of the white coming through. Alright, so there's the dark green. So what we're going to use is the deep green, and this is the flat green, which is a bit of a lighter green. So we're going to use that along the banks. Now along the banks I'm not so worried because I'm going to put some more detail going down there. Just try not to get it on your rock faces. So as you're doing it, just blend it in with your darker colour. into the dry brush a bit. We'll sort of give it a bit of difference, so you've got a little bit of light. So you've got the darker in the centre, a bit lighter on the side. So anyway, I'll just finish that part off and we'll go on to doing the other side, which I want to do with a shallower, more rapidy kind of creek area. Alright, so I've painted the base of the river the green. As you can see, I've changed my mind and decided I've gone with the same colour all the way through. I was going to try something different here, but I just couldn't work out how I was going to do it and make it look right, so I thought I'd just go with using my greens. And as you can actually see, you can see the difference in like the lighter greens, the darker greens, sort of where I've blended them, so change it. So you've got a bit of different colour there. So what I'm going to do now is going to just put some rocks around the riverbank. Another quick thing is here I've got my bridge abutments. I've just made those out of using the blue foam. It was quick, it was simple, and just painted them off it's aged concrete colour. So, but they've come in quite well. Just put those in with a silicone cork. We should just go around all those and fix them up. So let's get into putting some rocks down, eh? So it's just sort of like the same as I did up earlier around the base of the mountain. This time I'm just going to, it's got this old paintbrush, I'm just going to get some of the white PVA glue. Stick it down around there. Give something to, some of it a little bit of somewhere to bite onto. Around underneath. Alright, so get out of the way. Right, now just using the same same stuff as I used up there. I'm just going to bring it around. As I said about before, using a spoon, it makes it a lot easier than trying to let me see, where is my brush? Right, so we'll just, that just brings all that down like that. Let's try to bring it. So just gives you different sizes. Just losing all the gaps there. So what I'll do, I'll keep doing that along the rest of it, and we'll have a bit of a look later. Alright, just in case for anyone who hasn't seen how to apply scenery materials, just quickly, just get alcohol or wet water, just drip it along where you've put your materials. And then you get your glue and water mix. Just put my whatever applicator you want to use it in, and just come through. Just drop it around up the top. That'll all just, with the alcohol, will all just seep through. And stick everything nicely down. So just thought I'd quickly show you for anyone who hadn't seen that before. Right, so I've gone through and finished detailing the riverbank, so let's just go and have a quick look to see what I've done there. Okay, so we'll come down here. Let's see, I've added a bit of log there, a few of the reeds. Which I actually used the those green tufts. I just cut them up to use for that. Put a bit of Woodland Scenics coarse turf up along there near the bridge abutment. Go around. You might notice there's also a little bit of green, just like green foam I just sprinkled around, just a lack of algae moss. You see, coming around, got sort of there where the comes down a bit, so there's rocks that have actually fallen into the river there, and the same sort of scene there. I'll just go along and up the back there. There's a lot of gravel just come down for that. Another thing. I'll just come over this way. Let's have a look at this angle too. So now I've just put those rocks there. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep them there, but see how it goes. You see, there's a bit more. There's a bit of an overview of it. So anyway, so that's that, and we'll continue on. You might see a few trees there, but we'll see those a bit later. So there we go. Right, thought I'd just show you making the reeds. Like the ones I've used is the use those little tufts you want to see me use earlier. I just cut those in about 6 pieces to get the smaller ones. But another way you can use is if you can see it, Woodland Scenics is field grass. I can't remember what colour that one is. But all I've done, I'll just zoom in here a bit, is I put a bit of dab of PVA. You can see some are a bit more wonky than others. I just basically just cut some off and stuck them down onto that. So I said I might put those on. I haven't actually. I thought about this afterwards. So anyway, I thought that's just another way you can make some reeds for your river. Alright, well there's detailing up the river. So unfortunately I couldn't put the actual water in there, so I actually thought I had some and I didn't. So I have to get some, hopefully the next week or so I'll get that done. But anyway, actually just using the rocks around the side, around the abutments, using the 2 ways I showed you to make the reeds. Of course, you could also make them using static grass if you had. That's one thing. One day we'll get a static glass applicator, so till then. So those 2 ways both come up quite well. Using the dark green and the light greens to get that bit of a contrast with the depth for the river. Yeah, just simple things like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, well please hit subscribe and then hit the bell so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. Please like this video, share this video with anyone you think may enjoy it, and of course please leave a comment down below. So anyway, that's it for part 13. Next week we'll get on to part 14 where hopefully I'll get the water down and I might even start getting into some of those trees that I had a bit of a sneak preview of. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Reeds Train Stuff. Bye.